Good day, I'm Andrea Chisholm and this is your JIS News for Thursday, November 19. The Finance Ministry says public sector workers will get their retroactive travelling allowances for the April to October period in the first quarter of the next fiscal year, which begins April 2016. In a release, the ministry said the agreed payments were being scheduled with this fiscal year's budgetary allocations in mind. The Finance Ministry further stated that it would continue to assess existing resources to identify an earlier payment period. Public sector workers are asked to continue cooperating with the government as they work towards honoring all commitments for the 2015-2017 contract period. All salary arrears for the April to September period were paid in October. And in the November pay cycle, public sector workers will begin getting their agreed salary increase, the new travelling rates, as well as the retroactive salaries for October. In the meantime, the island's civil servants are being lauded for making Jamaica one of the 10 most improved economies in the world. Finance Minister Dr. Peter Phillips gave the commendation on Wednesday at the Jamaica Civil Service Long Service Awards. He said civil servants had given efficient service to facilitate ordinary Jamaicans as well as investors. Dr. Phillips added that public sector transformation continued to be a priority under Jamaica's economic reform program.
It will require that we continue to improve the quality of service that is provided through the public sector. And I have no doubt that given the appropriate tools and systems, that we have the capacity among our own civil servants to achieve world-class efficiencies in this area.
331 public servants with 25 or more years of service were recognized at Wednesday's ceremony. Government is in discussions with Cuban and Chinese interests about the possible establishment of a solar assembly plant in Jamaica. Portfolio Minister Philip Powell says part of the plan is the supply of photovoltaic systems for local and overseas markets. Photovoltaic has to do with changing solar energy into direct electricity. Minister Powell says there is a growing appetite for renewable energy inputs.
We really are seeing an explosion in the use of solar systems across Jamaica. And in fact, Jamaica now stands head and shoulders above the Caribbean in terms of the use of solar PV system.
The Energy Minister was speaking with JIS News following a tour of Phase 3 of the Wigton Wind Farm project. Donald Quarry High in St. Andrew now has 3 additional classrooms to accommodate students. The classrooms, built at a cost of $12 million, form part of plans to take the school off the shift system.
And I make a promise that the Ministry of Education will do everything possible to make sure that in next year's financing there is space for a block of classrooms here that will take you closer to the single shift, to put away the double shift system that has been such a cramp on your outcomes.
The Education Minister was speaking at the official opening ceremony on Tuesday. Parliament has passed the Administrator General's Fees Collection Validation Indemnity Act 2015. It seeks to confirm the actions of the Administrator General's Department and its agents when an investment fee collected was different from the one that was published. Attorney General Patrick Atkinson says the rate collected was 0.75 of 1%, but the published rate was 0.75% of 1%.
The Administrator General, Mr. Speaker, and the employees and agents thereof acted in good faith when they collected the investment fee at the rate which conformed to the policy, but not published in the Gazette.
And finally, Justice Minister Senator Mark Golding will receive the Kurt Schmoke Award for Achievement in the Field of Law. Senator Golding will be presented with the award at the International Drug Policy Reform Conference in Washington on Friday, November 20. A release says the award recognizes those involved in law who have worked within official institutions when extremist pressures dominate government policies. Senator Golding played a key role in advancing government support for recent changes to the Dangerous Drugs Act. And that's it for JIS News today. I'm Andrea Chisholm. Thank you for watching.